What is going on, Headliner Nation? Welcome back to the Draft.com studios. Today we're talking about our dream team, right? Every Sunday morning, throw out a few names for you guys to build your dream teams on Draft.com. If you haven't joined Draft.com yet, it is a lot of fun and a lot of other ways to do fantasy football. In this episode, we're discussing the dream team option. If you're familiar with a DFS version lineup, it's kind of similar to this. You take 5 players, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, and then your choice of either 2 wide receivers or tight ends for a total of 5 players. It's a half-point PPR league, and you can literally choose anybody in any matchup for the Sunday afternoon games. It is a lot of fun. You don't have to worry about salaries or anything like that. You can just pick and choose who you want on your squad. So if you haven't joined Draft.com yet, this is how you do it. Just head over to Draft.com, create a new account. If you make a $10 deposit and you use the promo code HEADLINERS, HEADLINERS, you're going to get a free $3 entry into a contest. That'll give you $13 there in your budget to go and have some fun with. And yes, it is something that you can turn around and make money off of. It's a lot of fun. You know, it's like I said, it's really similar to some of those other DFS sites, but you don't have to worry about the salaries of the players. You literally choose whoever you want to. So in this episode, we're going to go through a few players, a sample lineup of some of the matchups that I like this week that I would consider throwing into my dream team lineup. For the quarterback position, we're going with Jameis Winston this week, and a lot of people are like, ugh, I hate Jameis, but I understand it. But look at the matchup. He's going up against the New Orleans Saints. They are one of the best run defenses in all of the NFL. They're not going to be able to move the ball through the ground in Tampa Bay, which means that they're going to have to throw, which is an absolutely wonderful thing. Why? Right now, New Orleans giving up the second most points to opposing quarterbacks, and over his last 2 games, Jameis Winston has played really well. 765 yards throwing, 7 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. That is great numbers and a huge ceiling in a game in which they're expected to have to throw the ball to score points. Love Jameis. He's going to be my dream team quarterback here for week 5. All right, here we go with the running backs, and I'm calling this backfield Vinsanity. Why am I doing that? I'm going double Vin. Give me Melvin Gordon and Dalvin Cook here for week 5. Now, yes, this is the very first game back for Melvin Gordon, but it's a great matchup. He's going up against the Denver Broncos, who are the 4th worst defense in allowing points to opposing running backs. They're giving up 25.2 fantasy points per game to opposing running backs. And a lot of people say, well, what about Austin Eckler? He's going to be involved there. And yes, I 100% agree. He is going to be involved there. But he was involved there last year for 12 games with Melvin Gordon, and Melvin Gordon was still a lock for an RB1 every single week. The touchdown upside is there. Does Melvin go out and get you 25 carries, 25 total touches this week? No, probably not. But he can produce huge numbers, maybe only getting 15 to 18, plus the goal line carries. I like Melvin Gordon here in this matchup. A lot of the same for Dalvin Cook, though. Last week, tough matchup against the Chicago Bears and still turned it into 16 half-point PPR points. Really helped out his owners that were a little bit worried about that matchup, but now he gets the New York Giants, who give up on average 18 fantasy points per game, and Dalvin Cook right now the number 2 rusher in the NFL. Now, I do expect Minnesota to come out and try to establish some sort of a passing game here this week. They need to try to get Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs involved. If that can happen, I think that only helps it, the running game more for Dalvin Cook. It's going to pull defenders out of the box. Right now, Minnesota can't beat anybody down the field, and everybody's focused on Dalvin Cook, and he's still tearing them apart. I like him a lot this week. I think the upside is huge, and we already know about the big playability. Give me the double Vin backfield of Melvin and Dalvin. All right, moving on to wide receivers now, and my first one up is going to be Josh Gordon here, New England Patriots, with a matchup going up against the Washington Redskins, who are absolutely horrible at defending the pass. Right now, giving up the second most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers at 31.9 fantasy points per game. Now, we already know that New England struggled a little bit last week throwing the ball through the air in Buffalo, but now they come for redemption. I have a feeling that this is one of those weeks where the naysayers of the New England Patriots, are kind of silenced a little bit. I think Tom Brady and this offense come out and put up a big number against the Washington Redskins. Edelman, a little bit more of a safer play, but we're looking for that high ceiling. We're looking for that big boom game. And right now, that big playability, I'm going to take my chances, and I'm going to throw Josh Gordon in the lineup. All right, being that we were a little bit of a gamble there with Josh Gordon, playing it a little bit safer, but somebody with huge upside just doesn't have one of those top-of-the-ranking names. It's Larry Fitzgerald, Arizona Cardinals. Remember, no Christian Kirk this week. That's almost 10 targets a week now that are up for grabs, and who's going to get the bulk of them? It's going to be Larry Fitzgerald. Not only does he just move the chains with short dink and dunk passes, but he can still beat you over the top, and he's a huge red zone target for Kyler Murray. I expect him to see close to 12 to 15 targets this week in this offense. Arizona needs to get a win. They're going up against an equally horrible opponent. This is the perfect opportunity for them to go out and try to get some momentum moving forward. I expect a whole lot of Larry Fitzgerald. He's going to be my wide receiver too. All right, so that's going to be my dream team here, my first 5 players. There are a few other wide receivers that I contemplated throwing in here. I'll throw the names out just in case you want to use them just instead. Marquise Hollywood Brown, another name that I think has a great week 5. MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling of the Green Bay Packers, with no Devontae Adams, has that huge big playability. And also Keenan Allen. Now, obviously, his name is going to be towards the top of every ranking almost everywhere. And a lot of people are going to be owning Keenan Allen, but it's a great matchup for him. Mike Williams sounds like he will play, but it will be limited. However, it's Keenan Allen. He's going to see a lot of volume and is a safe play week in and week out. You just don't get to distance yourself from a lot of opponents because a lot of people are going to have him. But I threw him out here on the list because I do think that he has a great game. But let me know what you think here about this dream team here for week 5. If you haven't tried out draft.com, there are so many other ways to enjoy fantasy football. Go check it out. Once again, go to draft.com, sign up for a new account, make a $10 deposit, use the promo code Headliners, and you'll not only compete in tournaments against me and Kyle and Ryan and some of the other members of Headliner Nation, but you'll have a lot of fun doing it. Like I said, it's just another fun way to go out there and have a little bit of competition, right? That's what we're all here for, a little bit of competition and to make some money. So hopefully you guys have a great week, and we will talk to you guys later.